Hello there, everybody. I'm Mr. Game & Pie, and this is Let's Play Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland, Part 3. Alright, so in the last episode, we got a decent way into the fourth world of the game, as well as passing up the third. And this world is certainly an interesting one. It's called Grape Gardens, and yet it's, well, it's not a garden. And it doesn't have anything to do with grapes either. If you're familiar with the game, Kirby's Return to Dreamland, which if you've been watching me for a decently long period of time you should be, since I did a blind run of that game, you should be familiar with the area known as Raisin Ruins. Some people theorize that Raisin Ruins is the future of Grape Garden. I don't really know if that's, like, reasonable. I mean, the name certainly would suggest such a thing. But, and you know, the Raisin Ruins is most certainly a ruin. However, nothing else really notifies that. I mean, this is a sky world, and Raisin Ruins isn't really a sky world at all. It should be noted that, with the throw ability, you can grab a hold of things such as Sir Kibble's cutters, the Trident Knight's tridents, Axe Knight's axes, all sorts of projectiles. So that's definitely a plus. You can inhale more things than you normally would be able to. Once again, just all of the upgrades for not being able to move around after you've inhaled something. Now, for some reason, these clouds are spiky. Logic, my friends, we have broken it. And the 1-up is ours. Unfortunately, you still cannot attack Gordos. Inhaling them doesn't do anything significant. You can't throw anything at them. You just... Attacking Gordos is futile, guys. Don't even bother. And it's the first level in the game, well, the first world in the game, with a 6th level. Unless... No, wait, that was better building. Never mind. Alright, so... For some reason, in Grape Garden, which is the Sky World, we have some indoors areas. You see, guys, thematic principles are basically being ignored here in every direction. Up, down, left, right, forward, backward, into the 4th dimension, maybe even into the 5th dimension. I mean, there is no direction in which thematic principles are being considered here. You know what? I guess that works. This is a Kirby game. Does it really have to make sense? No. No, it doesn't. Logic doesn't need to apply. This is Kirby. Mr. TikTok is being rather annoying by not giving us notes to throw at him. There we go. I can't believe I've stayed with the throw ability this long. Actually. Anyway. Forget the throw ability, we want the mic ability, because the mic ability is awesome. Oh boy, and here we have another dark room. And right here, we have a door. If you turn the lights on, that door is visible. But, you know, you don't really need it to be visible, because it's a pretty obvious spot. Disco! Or, well, he doesn't say that in this game. Anyway, other than that door, the light ability doesn't really let you see anything extra. Like, seriously. It just lets you see the background, I guess it does that. And boy does it light up the background. I mean, seriously, look at that background when you have the chance. It is glorious! So we have the stone ability for the second time. This isn't for like a switch or anything, but it is for a 1-up. The mechanics of these pounding stakes are a little bit confusing the first couple times around, but eventually get used to it. In this room, just ignore this room. Move on. Okay, time for a boss battle and switching stone with high jump, which are basically the opposites of each other. Use high jump to get through this area real quick, allowing you to escape Krako. I hate that part. I always get hit right there. Sometimes I die, because gee whiz, that's a really easy place to die at. But any case, Krakow has become Rainbow Diamond, or Krakow. Yeah, that's what he does. He becomes Krakow. The fly guy. That's a cloud that we fought in the last game. So yeah, basically, any kind of attack that launches herself upward will be good here, such as Tornado, Ball, and, well, High Jump, which he gives to you. Trust me on this, I've used all of them. It is possible to make it through that flying section without using High Jump. You just have to know what you're doing. Alright, World 4 is over, and now it's time for World 5, Yogurt Yard. Dude, I got a max... No! Poor Kirby. So, we've reached the top of a mountain after we get through these clouds. Just flying on through here. This door can be kind of hard to get to. What's up, Rocky? Rockies. Okay, I guess I'll just get the stone ability, because why not? And this is why you want the stone ability, actually. Except not right there. Secret door, and boo. Alright, what do we got next? Ah, yes, this room. This room is always fun. And by fun, I mean, You see, we've got these pingies here, and they're kind of annoying, trying to freeze your brains out. But regardless, we get past them, and move on with our lives. I really like the little jam that they got in the level select here. Not that we get to hear it for very long. Alright, so here we got some water sections. I guess something I need to mention about stone is that you don't, slide down hills like you usually do. Once you turn into a stone, all of your horizontal motion is basically done for. Oh boy, it's the ball ability. Let's see what kind of trouble we're gonna get into this time! A lot of people will say that the ball ability is annoying, but I love the ball ability. Though I will have to agree, it can get annoying. Ow. No, ball ability, come back! No! No! Sword! No. I hate you, sword. I would rather have ball. Seriously, there's a good reason why I want ball. Later. It won't be until a little while. Also, you can go to this door. That's not a back door like most of the ones are in this level. Yes, this is why I want ball, because ball is extremely good against Bonkers. 2 hits takes him out, and it's not that hard to get the 2 hits on him. Anyway, here's the hammer ability. Slow as always. You don't actually need it for this level. Just let that Waddle Dee walk off there. Yeah, the sword ability in later games can be used to cut ropes and such, just like the hammer ability can be used to pound stakes and break iron blocks. But that'll be later. Actually, I don't even need the hammer ability, because now it's time for high jump. Yeah, that's right, they put a Bonkers there without, like, any need for the hammer ability anywhere near it. Just doing a high jump in the middle of an air current, that'll launch you up way high. Ow, wheel. Wheelie. Yeah, he's not named Wheel, he's named Wheelie. The ability he gives is called Wheel. Gotta go fast. So yeah, I really like these rooms where you just sort of get to use a copy ability to its full potential. Most of those rooms typically involve the laser ability, or the wheel ability. Or the paracel ability. There are a decent number of paracel-related rooms. Don't say as a stone, because that's an endless pit down there. And you don't want to get, you know, dead. Just in this example, no sliding down hills as a stone. speak of Paracel, and rooms that are specifically designed for it, here's an area where your ability to float down slowly is utilized, for once. And it still is really annoying. Yeah, Paracel, just don't like it. Fortunately, they do have health at the bottom. And it's not like there was a huge secret in that room or something. Ooh! What's up, level 4? Alright, we're gonna want the burning ability. Ow. Yeah, don't get hit there because you'll immediately lose your ability. Because of spikes. It should be noted that spikes and water and such can immediately destroy your copy abilities if your star runs into them. And I really want the burning ability. There we go. Now, I've grown up with the games that call this ability burning. Other people grew up with the game that called it fireball. I don't really care which one you use. Alright, here's the other Axe Knight ability. We've usually been seeing them acting as sort of Sir Kibbles, but here, they're just sort of walking forward. And here's the Sir Kibble ones again. As well as some Trident Knights. And yeah, that wasn't too hard at all. Oh boy, here we go! You guys ready for some craziness? Because I assure you craziness will ensue. In the original game, the ball ability did not consider the ceiling a wall. And so this room was actually a lot easier. But it considers it a wall now, so yeah, this room is pretty crazy. I used to be able to go through it really well, but not so much anymore. Remember to go through this door. Alrighty then, let's move on. Alright, so something that I haven't shown off yet. You can inhale things through walls. Whether it be food, or one-ups, or something else entirely, you can do it. Also, whenever Kirby faces the ground, he kills enemies if he lands on them. Mario is definitely better at jumping on his opponents, but Kirby has more ways to dispatch foes, so, you know, it works out. "34 lives! I don't think I'll be running out anytime soon." Oh boy, this level. And how did that cannonball not hit me? Luck, my friends. It's something that I have. A lot of. All of it, actually. Alright, now here's a very good timing puzzle. Come on. Yes, got it. Don't leave the area before you hit that switch, because, I mean, I made that look easy, but it takes a lot of practice to get good at that area. So let's just get the cutter ability. The cutter ability looks good. I haven't used the cutter ability a whole lot in this game, and that's because it's at its most basic form. It has no close combat abilities, you can't angle the arc of the cutters, you can't charge cutters up, nothing like that. It's just throw a cutter. And it's not even as good as it is in the original game, because now it takes several frames to show Kirby grabbing the cutter off of his hat. But in the original game, he just immediately throws it. So you can have, like, several cutters at a time on the screen, like 3 or 4. Here's the last mini-boss to see. It's Fire Lion! And he gives burning. Fire Lion had an anime episode. Kirby actually defeated him in a very gruesome manner by getting the fire ability and then sort of filling Fire Lion up with fire until he exploded. As in, like, down the guy's throat into his stomach. Yeah, sounds pretty painful. Not a way that I would want to go. I'd rather be crushed. very quickly. Alright, so we're going to want to fight Bonkers here. He is the arena enemy of this area. In fact, the hammer ability is very important in this world in general, especially for the boss, but you'll see that pretty soon. However, this next level does a really annoying thing of making a puzzle that requires the hammer ability when it doesn't have the hammer ability in the level. Kirby games these days, they don't have the balls to do something like this. Also, the level is only difficult if you're trying to get the switch. Because, I mean, really, look at this. There's a ton of wheelies around, very fast enemies with a very slow weapon. Yeah, that's not going to work out too well. Just avoid things. Go all Solid Snake on this room. Now we have all this craziness with these Rockies that fall. And no, you can't use Rocky, the stone ability. And then, flying wildly out of nowhere! Seriously! This level, it does everything it can possibly do to get rid of your ability. So that you can't go to this room with the hammer ability. Because really, the hammer ability is the only thing that can destroy a stone block arrangement like that. It's the only thing that you can use underwater that can break stone blocks. And there we go, secret obtained. If you're not trying to get the hammer ability to this one room, well, the level isn't that hard. Really, at all. It's a pretty easy one, actually. Here we go, another level complete. Alright, time to fight Fluttershy, Heavy Mole! Yeah. Heavy Mole is very interesting when you're using the hammer ability against him, since you can break the ground with the hammer ability. This doesn't actually help in the fight at all, but it's nice. He'll shoot these little things out of his back. The red ones, if you copy them, you get the sleep ability. The brown ones, if you copy them, you get the hammer ability. We haven't seen the sleep ability in action yet. I think that it was actually one of the museums. I might go back and check, like, between episodes, and start an episode there or something. Alright, so in any case, it's time for Orange Ocean. Now, if possible, it would be a good idea to keep the hammer ability. Behind this door is the hardest mini-boss in the game, which I guess I'll go ahead and fight. Fan with water under him. Yeah, this guy is really annoying. I mean, like, normally he's really annoying, but now he's extra spicy annoying. Since it's nigh impossible to jump over the dude. And I'm dead. Not fighting this guy again. Beating the guy is really hard. Getting his copy ability too? Yeah, that is surprisingly difficult as well. And you know what you get for it? You know what you get for all that. You don't get a secret, it's not used for that. There is one in this level. But basically, you just get to break these iron blocks right here. You could bring burning into this level and do the same thing. In fact, here's burning, right here, right now. Look at that. Alright, so if you're unfamiliar with the concept of inhaling multiple enemies to get a roulette, that needs to change in this level, because you need to inhale these two Sparkies at the same time. Here, let me try that again. There we go. Let the roulette finish, and you get the hammer ability, which you need for this right here. That's right. That's how you get that switch. Once again, Kirby games these days wouldn't have the balls to do something like this. They don't have the guts. They're not Guts Man. They're Cut Man or something, I don't know. Mega Man references. Alright, so this is a pretty standard room, just everything out to kill you. Lots of enemies everywhere, blippers in the water, these bird enemies in the air, just all sorts of craziness. But it's still not that hard. Not too bad. Anyway, folks, I think that's about it for this episode. I've been Mr. GamePie, this has been Kirby's Nightmare in Dreamland Part 3, and I'll see you guys later.